Okay. Beta. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that.
What it do, still with the camp, sound like a lamb. Big boss, how bounce down, cake, poke through the door. Hit a talk to this box before I get my soliloquy. Them tough times don't last. Good people do, don't have yourself. Cut them in the fight like maybe matter. Peak game, 84s on West Wayne. That weekend of boxing, okay, was the worst weekend of boxing I've ever seen, I've ever heard. Let's talk about it. Have people in the comment section, oh, PBC this, PBC sucks, PBC is trash, PBC, DDT, HIJK, element of P, QRS, TUV. You know, like, bro, what I just seen this past weekend was poor matchmaking, stupid fights that were pointless, stupid stuff that was going on at the fight. Like, bro, for example, Turki Alalshikh is a big, he's the epitome of casuals. He's just a casual fan of boxing who don't know nothing about boxing, think he know everything about boxing, think he can run everything because he got money. Y'all need to listen to me because I got money. I'm Turki Alalshikh. Remember who takes care of you. Nigga, shut up. That's how I feel about it. I'm sorry, bro. For starters, you look at the first card, Ryan Garcia card. You got all the fighters that pulling up in Batmobiles and coming down working with Will. And it's like, bro, like, why? What is the purpose of that? Okay? Poor matchmaking. All three fights were horrible. Okay? Teofimo for Arnold Barboza. He looked phenomenal in the fight. But, you know what I mean? I still felt like, bro, you know, now Arnold Barboza talked a lot. He talked himself up. But when he got in there, it was like, you not doing nothing. And he was too scared to do stuff. He wasn't taking enough risk. Minimal risk. Teofimo was in there having fun on him. So, I didn't like that fight. Devin versus Jose Ramirez. Horrible. Right? You got Devin Haney who's afraid to get hit, bro. People are glorifying, oh, Devin Haney won. Yeah, Devin Haney won. But the man still mentally ain't right. And I got a video coming. Devin Haney need another tune-up. He need another tune-up, bro. He don't need to get in there with no names. I know I said Teofimo Lopez might be a good fight, but mentally, after I thought about it, after I said that, I said he don't need to get in there with no big names. He need another tune-up to get his confidence up. Because what I saw in there was a dude who was afraid to engage, afraid to do anything, bro. You cannot do that in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? He was in there running the whole night. You know what I mean? Jose Ramirez past his prime, shot fighter. Okay? Then you got Ryan and Rolly. I feel like Rolly had the best moment and kind of looked the best pause out of everybody who fought on that fight card. Right? But another matchup that was pointless. Okay? Why do I say it's pointless? Because Ryan lost. So you ruin the rematch between Devin Haney and Ryan, which now I wouldn't even entertain it. I wouldn't even F it. Like, forget about it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand why y'all couldn't just go into the rematch. Devin was on a year layoff. Ryan was on a year layoff. What's the problem? Make the fight. That's all I'm saying. They was off the same amount of time. You put them on the same card. Let them fight each other. Okay? So now, because of your stupid matchmaking, Turkey, you ruin a big money fight that potentially everybody would have been invested in. Now, if you try to make them fight still, nobody want to see that stuff because Ryan Garcia lost. And there's a stigma around him as pertains to, oh, Ryan He ain't on PEDs, so that's why he lost. Yeah, he's not on PEDs, so that's why he lost. You see what I'm saying? So you screwed that fight up. You screwed up the card. Only person that benefited off this card was Rolly. Because now Rolly back in the win column, he back up how he dominated Ryan Garcia. He back up. And now you got Rolly on social media talking about how poorly the event was ran and how they disrespected him. They didn't even have hotels for him and all the other stuff. And they had an agenda and a mission to push. And he talked about how he basically messed that up. And I'm glad he did that. So you got to be careful about Turki Alalshikh, man. Turki Alalshikh got agendas and game plans. Just like he got an agenda and a game plan for his favorite fighter. This is why I question, and this is why I said that Canelo shouldn't have fought Terence Crawford. For starters, Turki Alalshikh is on record saying Terence Crawford is his favorite fighter. Right? Turki Alalshikh is on video helping out his homeboy. So what you think he gonna do with his favorite fighter if the fight is close? Don't worry, I'll wait. That's all I'm saying. And I'm here to say this right now. I don't think Terence Crawford and Canelo gonna sell like people think it's gonna sell. I might be the only one that thinks it's this way. Y'all gonna be mad. Y'all gonna be in the comment section. I'm telling you right now, I don't think that Terence Crawford's Canelo is gonna sell how he think it's gonna sell. Like how he putting it in Las Vegas, the Raiders Stadium. I'm telling you, I think they probably are gonna change the venue. If I'm wrong, hey, I'll come on here and say I was wrong. Right now they got the venue booked. But don't be shocked if you see a report come out saying, hey, they changed the venue. I'm just saying, bro. I don't think it's gonna sell. And if they don't, I don't think it's gonna sell how he think it's gonna sell. I'll tell you this. Terence Crawford and Canelo won't sell as much as Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence. Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence did like 675 or maybe 695 pay-per-view buys, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it's gonna do that. I think it may do maybe 300,000-400,000. And if I'm wrong, boss will come on here and say, hey, I was wrong. You know, congratulations, da-da-da-da. But I'm telling you, I don't see that fight. You know what I mean? Because of how Turki Alalshikh, poor marketing, and not knowing how to market the sport of boxing and market the fighters. Okay? I'm telling you. I'm not saying this just to be saying it. Don't be shocked if that fight don't sell how he think it's gonna sell. Don't be shocked if them seats are not filled up how they think it's gonna be filled up. And they probably gotta close off some more sections. That's all I'm saying. Do with that information that you want. That's all I'm saying. But Turki Alalshikh, horrible. He's been doing horrible. He ain't been trying to learn and pick people's brain and be like, hey, look, you know, how do I do this? How do I do this to get, you know, more people to tune into the fights? How do I do this for marketing purposes? You know, what do I need to do? He not talking to none of the promoters. Turki Alalshikh was talking about how I don't like these little Mexicans in these little sports cars. They be making all that noise, bro. You know what I'm saying? They think this Fast and the Furious. We're in Houston, Texas. We come through down here. We drive slow. You know what I'm saying? Boys be coming down on the boulevard. We come down. If you from my area, you know what I'm talking about. We come down. You know what I mean? These little youngsters be Fast and the Furious. Yeah, putting pipes on their car, man. Oh, my bad. All I'm saying at the end of the day is, don't be shocked if the fight don't sell how you think it's going to sell. That's all I'm saying. See, Turki Alalshikh is just relying on Canelo's name and Terence Crawford's name alone. And he think that's going to be enough. I'm telling you. That's all I'm saying. Don't be shocked if he don't sell more than Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. or more than Billy Joe Sanders and Canelo. So I'm saying. But we shall see, man. But Turkey got a lot to learn about the sport of boxing. He gotta do better, bro. He's struggling. He's failing. He wasted money and he's failing, right? And it's starting to show because now he's not having to. He can't pay guys what he want to pay them, right? Because he wants to take care of the fighters, but he's seeing that I'm not getting my return of interest back, right? He wants to pay all the fighters. That's one thing I applaud Turkey on. He's trying to pay all of them, but the problem is he not getting back what he putting into these events. He wasting $30-40 million putting it in these events, putting all this extra stuff in the boxing match, and people not buying the fights. Making the tickets cheaper, people not buying the fights. And you would think Eddie Hearn would tell him, but you know, Eddie Hearn don't, he don't know what he doing either. Right? As it pertains to America. Let me say that. So, we shall see how this thing goes. Hopefully Turkey can learn, you know what I mean, and just get better. But Turki Alalshikh is failing. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's go.